Start with 3 bows to the Buddha. First bow. Second bow. Third bow. Okay, so this is the last day of the retreat, yeah, and before we take these 5 precepts, anybody, 10 a.m. Oh, okay, so now it's a Q&A segment, yeah, final instruction, yeah, actually not much final instruction, always mindful of this right thought, every moment, so that's the takeaway. If let's say whatever I mentioned in the retreat too much or too lengthy, cannot remember, just always remember, right thought, right effort. Okay, very simple. So simplify things. Okay, so without any further ado, we open the floor to Q&A. This is the last supposed.
On the last 2 meditation sessions, I realized I came to the point, you see the white lights and white space, but you just keep staring. I don't know what to do with it. You enjoy that process, but is it what's supposed to do in that phase?
The attention is back to the meditation routine, which is if let's say it's feeling the sensations, so that should be the main focus. Then the light or whatever it is, you just treat as a side view. Yeah, just like if let's say you're looking at me as a main focus, there are many other things around, but that's not your main focus. Yeah, so the same thing, the whatever light or whatever emotion that appear, all these side lines lah.
So still keep to the 5 aggregates.
Yeah, 5 aggregates. Yeah. It's just like in a bus. If let's say you take a public transport, bus or a train, crowded and full of people. If let's say everyone is talking, and having their conversation, do we need to go and listen to everyone's conversation? Do we need to go and interact with them? Oh yeah, true. Go and talk to them. I think they will find you very weird. So if let's say we have our own thing to do, let's say if we are looking at our phone, we just mind our business. So whatever conversation, we just kind of like, we know there's noise, but we don't really pay attention. Okay, all right. Not necessary. This is just a metaphor for this meditation. If let's say you see whatever thing or experience anything, all these are just byproduct, passing sceneries. So the focus is our journey. Yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, anyone else?
The Sutta book, the Majjhima Nikaya.
Okay.
The Dikha Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, and the other one is
the long discourse.
Samyutta Nikaya.
Digha Nikaya.
Samyutta Nikaya. And then Kundaka Nikaya, they say is a commentary.
No, Kundaka Nikaya is part of the Tipitaka, part of the Sutta Pitaka. But some scholars claim that some of the things might be later addition. Yeah. So whatever it is, we treat all the scriptures with like a KIV lah. KIV. So whatever that has consistent content, consistent message, then we treat it as the more authentic source. Yeah.
I mean, we have to refer the Anguttara Nikaya. Then when we read it, then we have to find out whether it's inside the Dikha Nikaya or...
Oh no, not necessary. What I mean by consistent message, for example, let's say we believe that killing is not good. Yeah, we don't believe in killing. So if let's say all the most of the scripture they talk about killing is no good, then suddenly one appear killing is good, then you know that thing is something wrong. Huh? So we call it something not consistent. So if most of the message is consistent, we should be like okay with it. And there's no 100% way to prove that it is said by the Buddha 100%, because all this scripture is passed down by word of mouth. Yeah, word of mouth for at least 300 or 400 years. Yeah, 300 or 400 years. So sometimes human error could be possible. And every Buddhist council, the monks that sort of transcribe it, they also rearrange and recompose to not the way they recite it. So it may be very different. So the classification also very different. So the current, these 5 Nikayas you mentioned earlier, is not the same as the first 2 Buddhist council. Yeah, it's arranged very differently. Yeah.
Then how about Satipatthana and Mahasatipatthana?
Yeah, it's more or less about the same thing. If I'm not wrong, Mahasatipatthana has one more, this 4 Noble Truths inside the Dhammanusati. Yeah.
Because some scholars say Satipatthana is for laymen, the Mahasatipatthana is for the monk.
Oh no, it is both more or less the same content. More or less the same content. Yeah. Only one, I think one more difference, this 4 Noble Truths. Yeah. Okay, alright. Okay, anyone else? Any question?
Bante, 我听过很多人讲，他们禅修会看到很多东西，什么什么。但我自己是没有看到东西。
对我来说很好，不要看东西不要看东西。
我怎么看到什么什么神仙什么什么？我自己是没有看到。
最好不要看，最好不要看。
而是真正的是看不到东西的，对吗？
不是说真正看不到东西，每个人有不同的因缘不同的因缘。如果一个人不够智慧不够定力的话如果被这些东西影响到很容易会起笑了。
变走火入魔这样。
所以最重要是先搞好我们的基础要把恶的念头减少，这样咯培养善的念头这样子。好 ，OK。
Bante, if let's say meditation, right, if you feel warm in your body, is it normal?
What? Feel warm?
That means like normal warm, like just like a bit of heat.
Okay. It varies from time to time, so it doesn't mean that next time I must feel warm. I don't expect it. These are impermanent. Yeah, impermanent. Yeah. Okay. 所以你要看这个观东西，巴利赖跟山地有2位新加坡和尚，因为他们要看这些天神2位都还俗了，他们一个看到要进这个神经院还俗，另外一个看到鬼神了就还俗做道长要抓鬼。所以我们的这个正见要有正见Okay.
Bante, if Buddha has already entered Nibbana, can an Arahant communicate with him?
Can an Arahant communicate with him? It's a very interesting question. So in the Theravada context, there's no mention. I'll just leave it as that. No mention. So it's beyond samsara already.
Yeah, because I heard that Longpo Man was able to communicate with the Buddha.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. According to Longpo Man biography, the Buddhas can come, they can talk to the Buddha, how they arrange the scene, how they sit and stuff like that. Yeah, so and that's why there's a lot of these. I believe there's a lot of these a bit of cult group following mentality, So they just like worship one particular teacher, then it's like the rest is like they discard. By right, we should treat all sangha equally. Yeah, all sangha is the sangha of the four directions. So that is by right, I should be like that. So a lot of times in Thai politics. Thai politics, a lot of time is got to do with politics contaminating the religion. Contaminating the religion. Or rather, the religious clergy are subject to corruption by the Thai politics. So there is a particular system. If let's say certain monks want to get promotion, then it's like not much difference from lay person. They have this corporate ladder climbing mentality. So there are ways where the king or the religious department, they award these titles to certain monks. So one of the ways is through academic results. If let's say the monk like score very well in certain exam, they are conferred certain titles, so that is all right with me. The other kind is if they are not the studious kind, they are not academic kind, they offer alternative means to get this promotion. So one of the ways is you contribute to the Thai economy. So you raise fund for the economy, raise fund to build temple, raise fund to send to the hospital, whatever it is, right? So these are alternative means to get recommended for promotion. It's like your datuk and whatever not. So something like that. So monks by right shouldn't be raising money. I never read the sutta Buddha go around raising money. So it's a bit weird. So the Buddha has his palace. He don't go back to the father, hey, give me money. So he doesn't do that also. So it's like try to, we say renounce. Renounce is for real. Try to cut off. So if let's say somebody want to build a monastery, for example, like Anathapindika, the Buddha never approached Anathapindika, can you build a monastery for me? Never. Anathapindika want to build himself. He bought the land and he did all the construction. Then afterwards ready, then he invited the Buddha to stay, offer the land to him. So now things have changed because of this promotion thing. So a lot of monks want to get recommended, to get promoted. So they must build a lot of stuff. And now you have a lot of empty temples, and nobody stay, or not enough monks to stay. Then you have all these temples end up become tourist attraction. So it's a waste of resources. So at least the Christians, they are quite resourceful because they don't waste money on this kind of thing. They have enough for their building fund. Then the rest of them they channel to let's say groom their congregants. They have like workshops from cradle to grave. The teens, the youth have certain workshop. Working adults have certain workshop. Couples have certain workshop and stuff like that. So they have all this kind of stuff. So the Buddhist community, the fund is all go to temple, build temples. So this is the current problem now. If they are very keen in this ranking,
I thought monks only help laity to practice on the correct path. I didn't realize that you also have promotion.
That is the authentic. One of the roles of the monk is to to help the laity. One of the roles. But the main focus is still the cultivation and seeking the truth. So all this promotion and stuff like that is due to the state marrying the religion. State and religion. So a lot of things they kind of like sort of force, or I won't say, the monks are obliged to serve the government. If let's say especially they are ordained from young, they are fed from young. The money, everything is from government. So they have no choice. They like sort of obliged, like to do community service and stuff like that.
So this is out of Singapore. Not in Singapore.
Singapore has actually the Muslims lah. The
Oh,
Muslims will be sort of affected. Yeah.
Thank you, Bante.
Okay. All right. Why monks practice Dutanga? Yeah. So Dutanga is the 13 optional vows, 13 optional ascetic practices. So we talked about it yesterday. So one of them is like eating one meal a day. So that is one of the Dutanga vow. Yeah. So these we call optional vows on top of the few hundred over precepts you already have. So like the case study I gave yesterday, we have this rule. The standard rule, which is not to eat after noontime. That means we can eat from daybreak to noontime. Yeah. Some people they sort of abuse the system, so they take 3 meals, 4 meals, sort of within the time frame, right? So the Dutanga practice is okay. Just stick to 1 meal, then have more time to do their cultivation. Yeah. And of course there are other rules got to do with simplicity, yeah? Like being contented, living under a tree, in a cave and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, anyone else?
班爹刚才你讲说那个 promotion 哦，就是阿张给的，阿张就是在班爹我们那个名字是 promotion。
不是，班爹就是师傅的意思，是巴里文。
哦，对，promotion 它一定有个位置名字的嘛，
那个 OK， 这个 promotion 是真挚的真挚的东西，所以是每一个佛教国有他们自己的那种 ranking 啦。比如说泰国传统有这个 Phra Goh， 有这个 Chao Kun， 有 Somdet， 这些都是真挚的那些 promotion。
1层、2层、3层这样
有很多层的啦。
对，你是第几层？
我没有层，我没有层我什么都没有
OK。
OK，
Maha is Phra Goh, right?
Maha means doctorate.
No,
Yeah.
but he's also known as Phra Goh,
Yeah,
right?
Phra Goh, yeah.
Oh,
So it's Phra Goh Maha, yeah?
Phra Goh Maha. But you told me Maha means like doctor, like that.
Yeah,
right?
doctorate, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. But last time the old Long Po, the late Long Po, we don't address him that
As what?
as what I didn't.
Phra Goh.
I didn't remember we.
Yeah, just call Long Po lah. Yeah.
Long Po.
Yeah.
That's why I never know his name.
Okay. Yeah, Chao Kun is one of the administrative titles. Yeah. Okay, anyone else?
But I've seen dead bodies, example during the week of funeral, right? So their face expression is pretty calm, very peace. And when you see certain people when they meditate and they went into very deep, right? It has near similar face expression. Is that any similarity in the mental state?
Hard to tell. You can't judge by the physical appearance. Yeah. So the mind is one thing, physical relaxation is a different thing.
It could be similar in external, but not the internal.
Yeah, internal different. Yeah. Okay, anyone?
After 你回去新加坡哦，等你会在新加坡多留几个月，有时我们去那边看不到你。
要 make appointment 的。
那个 app 没 appointment，
你
笑啊。
要 message 啦。
OK，私底下啦哦。
因为这个巴黎来是好像很多人来拜拜嘛，我们不可能24个小时在那边。哎，Hello，你好。
因为我每次我到都是10点半我会到那边的
啊
因为我是住竹龙嘛，很远嘛，就下来1个小时半。
通常我也是没有在巴黎来，我没有吃那个。
10点半的，所以他们跟我讲plus CK， 因为他们叫你 plus 可是我大多数人叫 plus CK，是吃一餐而已，所以一餐不知道几点了。
对啊。
所以你是吃几点的
？6点40分的。
那个我刚刚睡醒。因为我坐7点多的巴士，因为我坐1个小时半的巴士，来 MRT。
不用紧，你供养僧团一样的啊。
一样啊。
对。
Thank you， 在我 message appointment 呢。
OK， 除非你要找我问一些问题就可以 book appointment。如果只是供养食物哪一个僧团都可以好 OK， 还有什么呢 ？Any other？
How do you make the animal so close to you?
Animal so close to me.
Yeah.
A lot of mosquitoes like to come. Yeah, so naturally they very close already.
No, what I meant is, how could Nancy the cat be so
cat.
close to you?
Because no other cat feeder.
Huh?
There's no other cat feeder.
But you don't feed her all the time,
No, I feed her. That's why she comes. Yeah.
Because we noticed that when we go partly live for the last retreat at time, she came around. She just sat in front of you. Then slowly she moved more steps to be closer to you. Yeah, but not other cats.
Yeah, because probably that area might be a territory. That area might be a territory. Yeah. So the other cats won't really enter. Yeah.
Because I was wondering how you could make animals be close to you. Yeah.
She's hungry.
No. I don't think she's hungry. She has been fed well enough already one day.
No,
Yeah.
hungry. It's hungry. Yep. Okay. Anyone else?
Hello. Yes, Bante. Regarding going back to the first retreat, the first meditation session, because I've only attended that. The 4 sublime states, right? Because from your instruction on that morning, that session itself, it actually starts from the may you be well and happy. Any sensations that come out is may you be well and happy. The next one,
may the sensations be well and happy.
May the sensations, whatever that comes out.
Yeah.
And then is impermanence. The impermanence, is it directed to any sensation as well? So basically, when do you transition between one to the second one, and then after that, the impermanence, the next one is may the sensation be free from suffering.
Okay, all right. There are 4 different.
Yeah, when do you transition? Yeah.
Okay, so the routine which I've been doing is basically to do the samatha phase first, then vipassana. So vipassana is the impermanence one. So we have total 4 sublime states. So we do the loving kindness one first until the mind is calmed down or pretty much calm. Once you find it satisfactory, then you can switch to impermanence. And the same thing, the impermanence can go as far as you want. And if, let's say you start to lose momentum really, then if you want, you can switch to the next sublime state, the samatha one. Yeah? So the samatha is more like recharging, and then the vipassana is more on impermanence and detachment. Yeah.
Can you remind? Would it be possible? Because I actually didn't manage to write down all the steps because I only remember.
Oh, okay.
The first one when you go through it is I think you did twice impermanence.
Okay.
One is then for the samatha is may you be well and happy, and then the next one is may you be free from suffering.
Okay.
Yeah, and then how do you end the session actually?
Okay, so if you want to know all the instructions, you can actually find it on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, either MSBS. MSBS has many episodes, don't know how many hundreds of episodes already. Or you can, if you want to find a more streamlined version, I recently did one with the Dhamma buds. Dhamma buds. So BUDS, Dhamma buds. So you search Dhamma buds, my name, and there's one or two videos on like introduction to meditation. So that could work also. Okay, all right. NDRs, a few of the sessions, not all. Yeah, a few of them. Okay, any other question? Yeah.
Hello. Just to follow up her cat question, right?
Okay.
Usually, when your pets pass away, how do you bury them? As in far away?
Oh, the pets.
Near to you? Stuff.
It's up to the owner's discretion. There's no in Buddhism. There's no like fixed rule. There's no teaching on how to handle the deceased. Like totally up to the culture. Yeah.
But isn't it if you bury it near to your place, right? The attachment is clinging is there.
Oh, it's not say cling or no cling. It's up to the individual how they want to deal it. Yeah. Okay.
What do you all do with them? Like Garfield? Is Garfield not buried there?
Yeah, there are some cat lovers that help with this cremation, and I think they bury under one of the trees.
In Palais Line?
Yeah.
Because I heard that I wonder was it Garfield that they told me was buried?
I think at least 3 cats were buried. Yeah.
Thanks, Bante.
This one test your kung fu lah. See whether you still attached or not. Yeah. So when you see, then you dedicate marriage law. That's all. Yeah.
Do they still come back one day in their soul?
Maybe they reborn. I don't know. Yeah.
Because there was once we were in Maha's blessing room.
Okay.
Then I think Maha was telling me because I said I knew the old Long Po when I was 16. Yeah. So I said, yeah, I wish that he will still be here, that I can see him. Because I whenever I go to a blessing room, I will go and pay respect to the late Long Po's statue inside. So I think Maha, I don't know whether he was joking with me or not. He said full moon and new moon, he comes out to walk. I said if it's so, I want to see him. Yeah.
Yeah, if you really want to, then if you believe what he says, then you come during the new and full moon, no? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how true is it. Yeah, but so far I never experienced any this Long Po coming back or whatever.
But we should, as a Buddhist, after you pass away, we shouldn't be making this return night like the Chinese say, after the 7 days you come back to see your family, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I believe those whatever beings that pass on, I think they have their free will to move around anywhere they want. If let's say they are Deva realm, they can like teleport anywhere or fly anywhere. So I don't think they have any this kind of. But I believe they do have certain rules or guidelines in that particular society. So probably not to interfere with the humans too much. Yeah.
And those ones that pass away in a meditative stage. Yeah. I think there are some of them in Thailand, right?
Yeah, a lot of monks or meditators they pass when they're seated meditation. Yeah.
So this can be considered a higher stage.
No, higher stage is arahant. Yeah. So it's what's going on in the mind, not externally. Yeah. So there were accounts of these monks who have no time to sit down. Also, Buddha, he is not sitting down. Buddha is lying down. Yeah, lying down.
On his left hand, right?
On the right. Yeah. Yeah. So the Buddha is not seated meditation. So There are monks who also died in accident, enlightened monks, like this Bahia, Venerable Bahia. Not venerable yet, haven't ordained. So this Bahia, he was going back to take his robes and alms bowl. Yeah, the Buddha not taught him something, he got enlightened, he wanted to ordain. So he went back to his town, get knocked down by a cow. So he no time to, he knocked down, die already. So but he's enlightened.
Because he had a good intention to be ordained, right? So even at his last thought, he knew that he's going to be ordained, right?
No, he is already enlightened. Yeah, so the mind already free from this greed and hatred. Yeah.
So he will not fall. He will not fall into the four woeful things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say it's individual preference. Individual preference. Yeah. Depends on the circumstance. Okay. Yeah. Relics 有南传南传有舍利子有所以这些舍利子这些relics 在这个大涅盘经this 佛陀他涅盘的时候他那个经典有讲到只有剩下骨头啦，骨头跟可能一些灰这样而已咯
color 的东西了
没有讲到 color 的东西了
It's more of a chemical reaction, right?
Can be many things. Can be many things. So I'm not sure about the Malaysian, the funeral, the ritual, but in Singapore, the funeral director will tell the family members okay, before they cremate, they say, okay, you can bring all your old things and put inside the coffin, the old things of the deceased, put inside the coffin, then they cremate together. So the coffin, the material of the coffin, there's glass, got wood, got metal, your zip, your button, got plastic, got metal. Then you burn already, of course, got a lot of funny things. So yeah.
It's not that they have reached a very high stage.
No, you can't judge by the color. Yeah. Sometimes people have these, gallstones. Some people like to do detox and then they film the thing they pass out. A lot of colorful stones also. Yeah, so you can't call that relics. Yeah. So relics doesn't have to be this fanciful stuff. Before the Buddha passed away, or rather right after the Buddha got enlightened, he encountered two merchants. So he was offered his first meal. So at that time, maybe those merchants were not ready to receive any teaching. So the Buddha gave them the hair. So the hair is the hair relic. Yeah?
Buddha never shaved. Buddha didn't shave.
No, he is meditating for a long time. I don't think he has a shaver. Yeah.
I forgot that he was. Usually he's more like a wandering monk, right?
Yeah, wandering monk. Yeah.
He doesn't settle at the temple.
Yeah, correct. So I think the rules of like shorthand, whatever, I think come probably much later. Yeah.
Actually, what is the concept that all monks must shave? And since if Buddha didn't shave from start, why was there a ruling that the monks must shave?
I think there's first there might be a practical reason for hygiene purposes. Because if you live in a large community, then there's lice and whatever, hair lice, then whatever. Yeah. So by shaving, it's for hygienic reasons. If let's say the big community of monastics, but for spiritual aspect, it's got to do with losing one's identity. If you shave, you look different. Then you get to understand what is attachment.
I think I asked you before, right, between the difference of the Mahayana and the Theravada monks.
Okay.
The Mahayana monks would have 6 dogs.
Okay. Yeah, dog. Yeah, we won't burn our head. So that one is more of we call it the Mahayana Bodhisattva vow. If they have more dogs, means they take more vows. Yeah.
Not just 6 dogs.
There's more, yeah. Sometimes 3, 6, there's 9, 12 even, yeah.
The nuns do not have to take, right?
Depends. Yeah, they also the same ritual. Yeah, so they also burn. Okay.
班队如果像我们家哦，邀请班队来我们的家哦，也是可以的、啊。
可以。
可以的哦，可以把要几个，一个还是2个、3个？
看个人哦，你要请多少就请多少咯。
哦，OK，Thank you。
Alright. Anyone else? Any question? 9:38. Half an hour only.
Bante, what beings can receive the transference of merits?
What beings can receive?
Transference.
Yeah, so actually, I don't really like the term transference. It gives the wrong idea that people like transfer, the bank account money, can transfer something. So I normally prefer the word dedication of merits, or dedicate the merits. Yeah, so in the Buddhist, the law of karma, we reap what we sow. We are the owner of actions, we are the head of our actions. So if whatever I do can make someone free from suffering, if that's the case, all the past Buddhas would have dedicated their immeasurable merits long ago, and we don't need to be here. Yeah, so that's the idea. So I don't think that's how it's done. So for the dedication of merits, what would probably be happening is that those unseen beings are quite sensitive to this mental energy. So when we think of them, they will know. Yeah, they will know. And if let's say our mind is positive, they will rejoice. They will rejoice. So by rejoicing, they are creating their own good karma. So that would help them. So they are creating their own good karma. So the good karma we do won't reduce. It's good to dedicate merits. Yeah.
What about hungry ghosts, animals,
Uh,
beings?
I think it will affect the unseen beings more. Unseen beings more. Yeah. Of course, in the sutta, we tell you hungry ghosts. Hungry ghosts. Yeah. So for let's say other realms like devas, not so much of, not very common. Probably one in the commentarial story of a Samanera dedicating merits to the mother who passed away, and the mother was a yaka, and became a yaka, and this yaka grew brighter. Yeah, so one day I think she found out that how come she never grow bright at this time? Usually there's certain timing the sun will dedicate the merits. And one day it never grow bright, and you check what happened. I think the sun disrobed or something. Then I think the deva persuade the sun to reordain, if I'm not wrong. So I forgot the story, but that's the belief that devas also can receive merits. So that is, if the practitioner has stronger merits than the deva. But if the deva has more merits than the living person, then I think it will be the other way around. So the devas will give blessings. So this is the idea of this ancestor worship. So for those ancestor worship, people always ask for things. Give me 40 number. So whatever. So it's the other way around. Yeah.
So that's the dedication of merits has to be done daily, especially after our chanting, right?
Yeah, it's part of the chanting, the content. Yeah.
Right up to asking for forgiveness, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
So it's a package we have to do all together. Right?
yeah, correct. Yeah.
From dedication of merits to the devas, followed by the dedication to the disease, right? Disease can be our relatives or friends,
Yeah, correct.
or even our pets have passed away.
But technically, or rather theoretically, we believe that we have gone through this rebirth, so many times, so many countless times. Everyone could have possibility have been our relatives before.
Then finally is our aspiration.
Yeah.
Actually, the aspiration part, how do we just dedicate?
No, aspiration is more like a wish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you need to read the English translation. Is to associate with the wise people all the way to reach this nibbana.
Because I noticed that every time we attend ceremonies or we have a Dharma talk, and even at the end of our body chanting class, the teacher will dedicate merits.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Yep. Right at the front.
I think this is a common question. Like, or if your ancestors that you have prayed, but what if they have reborn, right? Then
Yeah.
who are you actually dedicated to?
Yeah. So if they're reborn in as a deva, right, as a heavenly being, then like what we mentioned, if they are more meritorious, they might bless you, or they might help you. So that is the concept of this ancestor worship. But if let's say they are born as let's say a human, like right now, I don't know who's dedicating marriage to me, right? So we are not so sensitive because human a bit tough, yeah. Unseen beings, energy thing is very subtle, so more sensitive, yeah.
So if they have reborn into a human, then who do we actually pray to?
Not say okay. So for Buddhists, we don't really pray. We dedicate marriage. Yeah. So we dedicate marriage to all beings. So even if let's say they never receive, doesn't matter because whatever good you done is still your good karma.
I mean, that means we don't really bother whether they have reborn or not reborn. We just do what we.
Yeah, hard to certify. Yeah? Unless in the Buddha's time, the Buddha will certify. People will ask the Buddha, hey, where did after this person die, where he go? And the Buddha will tell you. The Buddha will tell this person go where, this person go where. So now the Buddha not around, so a bit hard to certify.
We just assume he or she still is directly to them. That's it. So we just assume we just dedicate directly.
Yeah, play safe. Yeah.
Whether he or she has reborn or not reborn,
correct.
that's another matter.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay. Anyone else? The back.
对那个巴黎来哦，他们有去那个放生哦，在那个 Changi Beach 那边哦，放生 OK 吗？还是他们在奎龙买那个鱼，然后去到中间那个海中间那边放生是 OK 的吗？
那个放生的这个真正的这个方式，就是要帮那些差不多要死的众生，就是他们有些人要杀掉他们的时候你去救他们啊。
讲哈，你在那边买的，他们去后面那边捉回来。
对咯，是这样咯，他们是这样咯
我们去也是
就是你不要浪费你的钱咯。
哦，你搬来了后 follow 我就跟他去嘞。
OK。
再问我要不要就 OK 了。
So Singapore have this kelong that you see the kelong they decorate with all the Tibetan Buddhist flag, They're ready for you, They're ready for the customer to come and buy their fish. Then you release already. You just get in the boat. You release already. Then after you go already, then I think they catch back the fish long. Then they wait for the next batch of Buddhists to come and buy. This is Singapore kelong. They waiting for you to function only So I don't think that is real 放生啊，那个不是真正的放生。真正的放生就是你知道那个众生要被杀掉了那你就
我在林
帮他
车水买就是选那个full market 他们卖那种生的比较多，然后我就一条1块那时候。
OK。
catfish 我就买10条这样哦。我不可能买很多。
所以那些给龙的人也是很聪明啦，因为他们知道政府有些规矩嘛，不允许很多地方去放生。他们说那个会破坏那个 ecology 所以如果海边你抓那海边的，又放回海边就没有问题嘛。他们就利用这个这个法律啦来利益他们咯，这样咯。OK。Yeah. No, not complete 5 senses. That means your faculties have to be there. You need to have certain clarity to understand the teachings. You need to have certain good karma, have certain merit. Yeah. Yeah, correct. Yeah, this member Anuruddha. Yeah, he's the monk. No, he got blind when he was practicing. Yeah, he practicing too hard. Yeah. So he's the monk foremost in the divine eye. Yeah. So this divine eye again mentioned is require a lot of visualization practices. So probably he did it too much. He visualized the whole day. Maybe he even forgo the sleeping time. So in the end he went blind. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? So this making of offerings is more of spiritism. Yeah, the concept of offering directly to the spirit is from spiritism. So for the Buddhist point of view is that kind of offering may or may not really help those spirits, but the longer lasting help is by doing good, and then you dedicate this goodness to the deceased. Yeah, so that's why this offering to the Sangha is one of the recommendation. So there are many kinds of meritorious deeds you can do. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be offering to the Sangha only.
Because recently I did it for my grandson.
Okay.
I told you about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I went to see my mom.
Okay.
And I do it for good.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I brought back the offerings to him, he made a blessing in front of him. Yeah. Then he gave him the string to wear.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, for his protection.
Okay.
Because I've done it, I don't know, that the other maternal grandmother said he could have seen the baby that his mom lost
Okay.
the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. So my daughter-in-law approached me. So I told her, okay, after my class, remember I'll go and see how.
Okay.
So there's another way how we dedicate this one over to the ancestors, right?
Not say ancestors, to any deceased relatives. Yeah, deceased relatives. Yeah.
Because that one that passed away, although he was unborn, he's also considered under the deceased relatives.
Yeah, correct. Deceased relatives. Yeah.
So when this 7 month comes, but we were thinking of offering before the actual date. Because that day is that day I will be in the class. Yeah, after that class I will go and see my mom and make the offerings for Susima. So this is also another way of dedication.
So in the Theravada tradition, we can dedicate marriage 365 days. It doesn't have to purposely wait until like the 7-month festival. Offerings can be any time also. So Palilai temple also don't really celebrate these 7 months.
I know Theravada side doesn't.
Yeah, doesn't. Yeah.
But it's like I was told that this is like if you want to make offerings to our deceased relatives, we can do it through the sangha.
Yeah, that is one way. Yeah, correct.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay. Any other question? All okay? Or on the self-practice area? Okay, so we can end this session if there's no further question. Then we leave you to your this own preparation. So pay respect to the Buddha. First bow. Second bow. Third bow.